Look at this thing. The 1979 pace car, I've always had in my mind that I would one day track down. Well, the one we found, I can't actually drive.
You don't know how?
Well,
it's automatic.
That's not it. Finding the pace car, I think I got lucky because I opened Facebook one day and there it was. Of course, Facebook kind of has a tendency to know what you're looking for, which is a whole different topic.
Yeah, they're not listening to you, don't worry.
I open it up and there she sits. 1979 Ford Mustang pace car, stored in a garage its entire life. And I about fell out of my chair. But I got up real quick because I called him right away. His phone was blowing up because everybody wants one, especially when it has 8 original miles on the odometer. Now you don't find that every day. You don't find that ever. So I called Dan and Cheryl, who were selling the vehicle. They inherited it in the estate. I told them, please let me see it first. So I grabbed the F-250 and headed down to St. Louis.
Oh yeah, the moment I've been waiting for since I was a kid.
Look at this thing. The most beautiful, perfect 1979 Mustang pace car, exactly as I had envisioned it when I was 5 years old. I hear there's quite a story with this particular vehicle.
Okay, the story is, her dad passed 3 years ago now?
Yeah, 3 years
Okay,
ago.
but he bought this brand new back in .79, put it in his garage. I drove, it was hauled to his house, and I think my buddy found a paper that said it had 0.04 mile, 0.4 of a mile when they got it to his house. I think it's in the, I drove it up to a tavern and back, and then my son, who lives back here, he drove it around the yard one time. And then I think your dad drove it to the tavern and back once or twice.
You were going to be so fascinated with the notes. My father was a note taker.
Really?
And he's got all of anything that's ever happened to that car, any experiences he had, you'll find it in that. Yes.
Okay.
But my mom used to get so aggravated because it just sat in the car with some sheets over it, and she says, what did you buy this for?
Why do we even have this?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think your mom even knew he was buying this car.
No, I think he pretty much just went out and ordered it. And
I think she found out when it was pulled into the driveway.
Yeah.
You just ask for forgiveness later. That's
right.
way
Exactly.
better than. Yeah. See, let's take a look. I want you to show me some of the things that you remember having, because it sounds like there's some paraphernalia that goes with the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
The minute I saw the car, I knew we were taking it home. But they wanted to continue to sell me on the idea by showing me all the little Easter eggs and all the things that the owner had saved over the years.
That's everything that came with it right here in the trunk, which is
This has never left the trunk.
The trunk cap. The trunk of this thing is like a museum.
Here's all of his notes.
So this is interesting. Let's look at this. 1987. 1995, 1992.
Like I said, it's all part of the car history. You're more than welcome to have it.
Yes, yes. This has still got the temporary registration permit in the window from July 8th, 1979. I don't know that I've ever seen that. That means, well, did he ever put a plate on it?
No, he never had a plate.
There was never a license plate on this vehicle. It was time to hear it run, so I made Cheryl jump in and fire the car up.
There you go.
Want to see this thing ran.
This supposed to sound like a Mustang? That's what it sounded like when you started it?
I walk over, pop the hood, and there she sat.
All 140 horsepower of pure American muscle. You know what I was thinking about? I think the starters on our Coyote engines have more horsepower than what that engine probably does.
So back in the day, Henry Ford said you could have a Model T any way you want it as long as it's black. Well, they kind of did the same thing with the pace car. You could order one, but it had to be that pewter color with those orange and black 70s style graphics on it that I think are super cool.
Dope.
They sold over 10,000 1979 Mustang pace cars, and about 6,000 different pace trucks coming in the form of F-150s, F-250s, 350s, and even wreckers. Do you remember seeing a wrecker with the graphics on it? I don't either.
Now you know.
And now I want one. So what made the pace car so desirable? Well, it was the TRX performance package.
Ooh, isn't that a Chrysler thing, the TRX?
I think they stole it from Ford, and Jim Farley, you may want to check into that. But if you look at the size of the sway bars back there, they're like, yeah.
Pea shooters?
Which really kept that 140 horsepower on the track, along with those performance shocks. Yeah. Inside the cab, Recaro. I mean, if you had Recaro seats in your performance vehicle of any type, you were cool.
This is the exciting moment. We put it on the trailer and we get out of here. Aww, hurt us like a kitten. Woo.
Now that it's home and here and under our roof, what are we going to do with this thing? Coyote swap?
Well, now we're at an interesting point in the history of our business. We've done Broncos for a long time, but we'd like to start branching out a little bit wider. We have a passion for the other Ford vehicles that we grew up with. We built some Mustangs over the years, and I'd like to get more into those cars just the same. We've always gotten asked, hey, can you build my Ford whatever? And we've historically said no. Now, it's time to change that.
So we're going to build this?
No, this is going to be a promotional vehicle where we show the world that we actually have Mustangs coming through our shop.
So it's for sale?
It is, but not yet, because I kind of want to look at it just a little bit more.
Don't even touch it.
When it does come for sale, however, you're going to know about it.